Building. Today is the last legislative hearing before the D.C. Council goes to summer recess, and it has been a contentious one, specifically over a bill included in the Peace D.C. legislation that really focuses on pretrial detention. So essentially that means holding people in custody as they await trial. Our Rafael Sanchez-Cruz is live at the Wilson Building. There has been so much back and forth here. Rafa, help us understand what the debate is about.
Yeah, Simone, well, before we get to that, let me provide you an update. In the last 25 minutes, the D.C. Council actually approved to move this legislation forward. We're talking about pretrial detention. It would be extended until December of 2026. However, they did not move forward the permanent legislation. So those who are in favor of this bill say that pretrial detention makes the city safer because if a person is held in custody, that means they cannot go out again and commit more crime. But then there are those that say the data does not actually prove that, and instead they're holding people in jail who have yet to be found guilty of crimes. So the original bill would have made this permanent, and it would have made permanent is called a rebuttable presumption for pretrial detention. So what does that mean? Essentially, a judge would presume to order pretrial detention for a person charged with most violent offenses, even before hearing arguments on both sides. Today's decision allows for a second study to be done on this issue that prompted hours of debate. Let's listen.
2 years ago, when I decided to make this change, judges were telling me that they could not hold people as how they were interpreting the law in the Court of Appeals decisions, even for some of the most heinous violent crimes. That's why we made these changes, and I've heard from judges, from police officers, from prosecutors that this has been a very effective tool.
Judges already have the authority to hold people who are dangerous or who have a flight risk. You can look in the DC code, it is there. The data also tells us that over half the time before this emergency law was in place, they were holding people who were violent. So all the data is telling us is that this is not helping us. All it is doing is taking away people's liberties.
Yeah, and you can see there, Mayor Muriel Bowser has also released a statement saying that we cannot go back to the summer of 2023 when the fear in our city was palpable at a time that terrified residents, businesses, and visitors alike. Of course, she is one of the people behind this legislation and actually was pushing Councilmember Brooke Pinto to move it forward. So a decision has been made yet. However, pretrial detention has not made permanent. We're going to have an update on a series of issues coming up here at the Wilson Building. We'll have more at the 5 o'clock hour, including curfew, as well as that resolution regarding former council member Trayon White.